The one, the only Sammy Hagar. Enjoy.
Hey, Eddie, I had to change hats. It just took me a minute to change hats. You know what I mean? I was doing my tequila business.
Oh, change hats. Oh, all right. I got you. No, all
Yeah,
good, man. All good.
I wear about 4 or 5 hats. You know that, right, Eddie? I mean, we don't even have to discuss this. What is understood is not need to be discussed.
Well, we're rolling already. Do you want to just jump right into it?
Hell yeah, man! That's the way we do it. I'm
All
over
right.
here in Maui, and I'm loving life, and I'll relax. And I guess you're 6 hours away, so.
Yeah, well, I'm in Jersey. I'm at the Jersey Shore, so I'm at the back end of the day. You're at the front end of the day. But let me ask you. All right, so wait a minute. So you mentioned the hats. Tell me what we know the music hat. We know the tequila hat. What other hats are on the Hagar dossier these days?
Well, on my hat rack, I
The
have
restaurants.
I have a restaurant hat. I have a Cabo Wabo hat, and my Beach Bar and Grill hats. Where I give all the Beach Bar and Grill money away. We just opened one in Charlotte at the airport there. But and then I got my Beach Bar rum hat. With Rick Springfield's my partner on that, and then I got my my friggin' family hat. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put on a family hat every now and then. And
wait, when you say you give all the money,
I got the big wide beach hat, to keep the sun from baking my face. Yeah.
Right. When you say you give all the money away on the restaurants, who do you give it to?
I give it to local charities. One children's hospital that's really geared towards children, terminally ill children, and children with bad sicknesses that their parents really can't afford the insurance. Sometimes they run out of insurance. Sometimes they don't have insurance. And then the other part, the food banks, except in Cleveland, I give it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for musicians that without insurance. When guys get sick, well, we got a little fund there for them. Can't save the world, but I like to keep my charities local. If I have a restaurant in a city, that's the city I give back to. And I've done that since I opened this one in Maui here about 15 years ago, and Sammy's Beach Bar and Grill. And I'm not trying to brag, but I'm giving about $3.5 million to this community in Maui, and I do it for Hugs and the food bank. Quite a few different ones here in Maui because this one makes a lot of money. So it's wonderful. It's just
That's beautiful, man.
That I get.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Oh, no, I have to. My Cabo Wabos are my money. I don't give that away, but I give some of it. I always do, in Cabo and in Vegas. And the one in Huntington Beach, I give that money away, too. I forgot about that. But I don't know. I forget about what I'm doing. I have someone that runs that for me, but they don't get paid. It's Renata, and she's on my payroll for everything she does for me, and she just writes the checks and makes sure that we check on the charities to make sure they haven't changed or doing something weird. I'm all about getting the money to right directly to someone, like the food bank. I don't want it to go in some big account somewhere where they have $50 million, like Red Cross and Blue Cross and all that. They're wonderful organizations, don't get me wrong. But I don't want my money sitting there. My money can sit in my bank, and I can make interest on it. You know what I mean? But no, the money goes to a food bank where within that week it's used, and I love that. I just love
that. That is amazing, man. That is so cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. That is so good of you, man. That is really awesome. So I actually hit you up about doing something a little while ago, and you were like, I can't do it just now because I'm in the middle of moving to Hawaii. What facilitated this move? Is that now your primary residence?
No, I just had to get out of L.A. area, down in Orange County where I really live, most of the time. I live in Marin County too, but I had to go someplace. I can't go to Mexico and relax because I got a business down there, right? And I got too many friends and all that, and too many fans. Then anyway, I just had to get away. So we just got a little place over here for a while, and I'm staying here probably till mid September. In the next couple of weeks, I've been here almost. I'll have been here like 2 months, and I ain't doing nothing. I got a bathing suit on right now, no shirt, no shoes, and this is the way I roll every morning. I don't want to go anywhere. We go to eat once in a while, but hey, just put on a T-shirt and some flip-flops around here, and you can walk into some fine dining restaurant. Yeah, I really, wanted to take a break. So I'm just doing phone things, and that's why I'm talking to you today, because I figure I'm getting ready to jump back in. Coming up, this thing in Vegas, and what is it, the iHeartRadio Festival or whatever it's called. I got to go do that with my band. I'm releasing a live album, as you well know. We just released the Van Halen stuff. But man, yeah, I get loaded up. Eddie, you know me. I'm a doer. I wake up in the morning and I wonder what I got to do, and I just start doing it, and I love it. If I didn't have anything to do except lay on the beach like I'm doing over here, I would go crazy. But it's nice to mix it up with laying on the beach and snorkeling and sit with my turtle buddies.
I've never been to Hawaii, but I need to come. And there's actually a lot of people I know because there's a pretty good rock community there. Now, I know Shep Gordon, Alice's manager, has been there forever, but I know Kirk Hammett's there. I know Sambora's out there. Steven Tyler was there at one point. Mick Fleetwood. There's a lot of rock guys there, right?
Mick Fleetwood.
Are they all there?
Yeah, man. Pat Simmons from Doobie Brothers. Carlos, I think, has a place over here somewhere. Bob Rock, the producer that produced all those great Metallica records, and he's over here with his studio. Just about 40 minutes from where I am. If I wanted to go in the studio, which I don't, he keeps inviting me. He keeps sending me these songs. He said, "Would you just come over here and just sing this song, man? I got this song. It was, and working on with Richard Sambora, and we'd love you to sing on it." I'm going, not yet.
You're on vacation. You're there. You're there to hang out, not to sing. You want to relax. I get it.
Trust me, and the fans benefit from it. I'm telling you, Eddie. When I get horny, I'm a much better performer. It's like
you get
like
recharged
when you just had it. It's like not as much fun as if you haven't had it for a week. You know what I mean? Then it's like, yeah.
So you mentioned the Vegas thing. I actually had Brian Adams on the show the other day, and he's doing that too. And I actually think I'm going to be in Vegas then. What are you doing? Are you doing a full set, or are you just doing a song or two for the awards?
No, everyone's playing 20 minutes, I think. Brian's playing probably 4 songs. We're playing 4 songs.
Okay.
With Joe Satriani, Mike, the Best of All Worlds band, Kenny. And, who else is on thing? Man, I think there's Mariah Carey's on there. Offspring, they're cool. A couple country artists. It's a big deal. And they have some surprise guests, There's rumors that McCartney's going to be there and all kinds of stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm just going because I'm ready, and Vegas is kind of like my, I'm kind of like part of that community, I got the 2 restaurants there forever, and the residency went so well. Oh God, I just can't wait to do that again. I love Vegas. I don't know about you, man. Some people can't take it, man. I love it.
Oh, I love it. I got a house there. I love it so much. I got a house there. That's where I'm headed. I love it there. It's the best.
You're a brave man, but see, you're single, right?
No. I'm not single, but the thing is this, when it comes to Vegas, the thing I am not, here's what you really got to be careful of with Vegas. You cannot have an issue with drinking or gambling and be in Vegas. If you have either of those vices, you're screwed. But I've never had those vices. I can control that. But yeah, I mean, I love it that all the entertainment is there, that you can do anything you want. It can be quiet if you want to get in the outskirts, and that every night you can go to something or if you don't want to do anything, you just don't move. It's great. I mean, I love everything about Vegas. I've loved it since I've been going there in the 80s.
But I'm an adrenaline junkie. See, now I don't have a gambling problem. I drink, but I don't have a drinking problem. I don't think.
Me too.
Yeah. So, but I'm an adrenaline junkie, and I cannot just sit and say, "Who's playing? Let's go." Or wait a minute, what play was that? They said, "Man, have you seen this play? Or you seen that play? You seen the whatever." There's so much going on that I'm just running from place to place, and all the great food there. You know me, I'm a foodie, so I'm going to all these restaurants. I mean, it'll take me down. I can't spend too much time there. I love the residency because I went in on Wednesday, played the show. Next day, Thursday, I was off. I went to a great dinner and went to see a great show, or went to see some other band or something. Played Friday and Saturday, went home Sunday morning. That's, man, talk to me, Chief, right? I could do that the rest of my life.
Well, exactly. And I mean, that's the thing too. I love food and you got every restaurant in the world and I love junk food and I love high-end food, so I don't discriminate. I love it all. So that's
I
my
don't
biggest
either.
problem there. If I don't be careful,
I
I'll be
mean,
400 pounds if I don't watch it when I'm there.
hey, you're
That's what
looking
I
good, by
worry
the way.
about.
Eddie, I'm looking
I'm
at you on
trying.
Instagram and stuff, and I'm going, yeah, you look like you've dropped a few pounds, getting yourself in
I
nice
have.
shape, looking lean and
I
mean.
just
I
start
like it. I like it.
I started doing Pilates, believe it or not, a year and a half ago, and I just did like
Wait a
my
minute.
220th class.
But wait a minute. Pilates, is that chick stuff? The girls do that. Right?
Is that a bad thing? It's a
I'm
bad
gonna
thing
get
I'm the
heat
only
for that.
guy there?
What? Watch this. Watch me get heat for that. Sammy, he's a chauvinist or whatever.
No. You're right.
think
You're
most
right.
guys.
It is mostly women. It really is women dominated, but it's not exclusively women, and it's not for women. It was actually invented by a guy, and it's actually really, really good. It really is. I don't do it because it's all women there. I really don't. I felt creepy when I first went, but now I've met some other guys that do it. I feel a little bit better, but it helps me. It's really good.
Oh no, you look great, and I've done it before. Kama, and she's basically a yoga instructor and a meditation instructor and everything else. She's all spiritual. She lives over here in Maui, so she's put me through it a couple of times. But going to most of the guys that I know that go to Pilates and yoga classes, they go there for
So they
different.
try to pick up chicks.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
it's like
I said that to the instructor. Sammy, I said that to
get
the instructor first time I went. I said, I feel like I'm a wolf in a hen house, like I shouldn't be in here. He said, no, you're all right.
That's a great title for a song, Wolf in the Hen House. Okay, I love it.
There you go.
Hey,
I want 2
I'm gonna go
points
write
when
a
you
song.
record it.
All right. Well,
But
Eddie, what else?
anyway.
What else can I tell you?
Well, we got to talk. Well, there's a lot I got to talk to you about because I just realized we haven't talked in a while. So first of all, I want to talk about the balance issue. I know. I want to talk about the balance issue, but you just mentioned something. You're going to do Vegas again? Have you decided for sure you're going to do another run?
100%. We're just waiting for the timing and when we can do it and make sure. My band, Best of All Worlds band is really. It's hard to just say, oh, let's go play a gig. No, Joe's constantly working, and Kenny Aronoff is constantly working, and he plays with Joe as well. And when he ain't playing with Joe or playing with me, when Joe can't play, and I use Vic, you know what I mean? When I have a private or a charity event, I use Kenny and Vic, and Mike is and I are the two that can basically do anything we want whenever we want because we're kind of. We're kind of self-sufficient. Like we don't have jobs, basically. But anyway, and then Ray Thistlethwaite, all the way over in down under in Australia, and he's really a big part of that band. People don't realize, he's like just this guy. You see him sitting up there playing keyboards, playing guitar, singing background. When you hear the live album, which I'm going to hype right now for a second, because it is so good, and when you really listen, he's a big, big part of it. His vocals. He can sing in my register on choruses and blend really good with Mikey. And that's something that a lot of people can't blend with Mikey. Mikey's got a very unique voice. It doesn't blend well with some people. Mike and I blend well, but Ray comes in there and just makes the whole thing sound bigger. And he's really good, man. He's a great multiple talented musician and singer, and he sings really good. So anyway, he makes a big difference in the band, and so it's really hard to find a time when we can all be available. So that's what we're trying to put together right now with Joe's schedule next year, and we will be doing a residency event. I'll let you know.
Well, it's great to hear, man, because I loved when I came to the shows and saw you there, and the band is phenomenal, and it's coming up on a year already, if you can believe it, since you were kind enough to let me go to Japan with you, and I had that incredible experience, and I got to know Ray at that a little bit, and got to, I just loved Japan. It was my first time there, as you know, and I'm so grateful for you to let me come, and I can't believe that's almost a year ago already, man. Do you hope to go back there? Do you want to go back?
I thought you were bullshitting me.
It's
been
a year.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Oh.
Those crowds, those people there were amazing. They want you back, man. You going to go back?
I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm be honest with you. I hate to, say, hey, I'm slowing down, but musically, I think I have to for touring. It's really hard on my knees. And I can still sing, thank God, but I have the hardest time just walking out there and not jumping around and doing stuff. And I don't want to have a knee operation and stuff because I toured too much. So I'm just kind of picking and choosing. The residency is so perfect because you don't have to travel, and we can rehearse, and we can really be good and fresh every show. That means so much to me at my age. The day I walk out and stand in front of that microphone and it ain't working for me, I'm going to hang it up real quick. And I don't want to shock people like that and say, wow, all of a sudden he just quit. Say, yeah, I'm not going to go out and butcher them frickin' songs. These songs are harder than shit to sing, man. I painted myself in a corner in Van Halen a long time. In Montrose, I was in a corner. I like screaming at the top of my lungs, and it's tough, man, to do when you travel and have a bad day and get a bad meal and get a bad night's sleep and have bad air and air conditioning don't work and our heater don't work. There's just so many things to where Vegas it's foolproof, unless you get sick. I love it. I really love. I think every night, the 9 shows we did last year, I didn't have one bad night except the night I fell down, and that wasn't even a bad night vocally. It was just I about punctured one of my ribs, man. It was like, wow, it made it tough to sing for the next night. But other than that, it was all good.
And the shows were amazing. I caught a couple of them. You had me come out to the rehearsal when you were there the night before. I mean, just when I walked in that room, just hearing you guys playing and working through stuff, it was mind-blowing. The sound in that theater, it was just incredible. So that is great to hear. And I know there's going to be the live album, as you mentioned, coming out from the latest residency. Did you shoot video of that too? Is there going to be a video component or just audio?
We didn't shoot like a movie shoot with 9 or 10 cameras every night, but we did shoot every night because we had IMAX. We had 4 or 5 cameras, so we have footage. It could be edited into a pretty good show, but I'm not sure what we got. Honestly, it's just one thing at a time. This live album, I didn't even want to do a live album, and I said, no, who wants to hear a live album? People, it's like, and then I said, okay, do a couple. Chris Lord Algae a few mixes for me, and I picked the ones that I thought were going to be the most difficult, like Humans Being and Summer Nights and 5150, big epic pieces like that. And wow, when I heard it, I felt like I said to people that didn't get to go to this thing are going to go, I feel like I'm there. He really captured the audience, or the audience captured the show. Whatever it was, it feels just like, remember the old Frampton Comes Alive? You feel like you were at that concert. Jay Giles, Full House. You feel like you're at that concert. For some reason, sometimes magic happens. And we had all those nights to choose from. We ended up using the second night and the last night. I mean, we didn't even have to pick from any other night. It was like the magic was just there. It was, wow. I was so impressed. I said, oh, I'm doing a live record. People that got to see the show are going to go crazy. They go, oh, man, I was there. I yell out people's names, the fans' names in the audience a couple times, and it's like, me, I'm user-friendly. And, that's a big deal to those people, and you can hear it. It's just right there. It feels, that we didn't cheat. We didn't overdub one thing. We didn't take one auto-tune and something was off-key. If something was off-key, guess what? We took the performance from another night. We took that verse and just put it in that song. So it's all live. I mean, you know what I mean? It's exactly what it is. There's no fixing. It's real. And, oh, man, it's so friggin' good. I mean, I could go on and on and on. It's the best live album I've heard in 100 years. This band blows my mind. And that's why I said I'm going to do another residency when I heard this. I said, this is a real band. Anyway, it is.
I know it's
beating my chest here, but I'm sorry.
No, but you should because but Sammy, you should because as you referenced before, not only is the band phenomenal, but what you are doing at this age is beyond belief. And I don't say it just because you're a friend and I love you and I've been a fan my whole life. I am objective and I see it all. And I'm telling you, I call you a freak in the best of ways because it is crazy what you are able to do still vocally. And I don't care if you don't tour. As long as you're still out there doing it because you're doing it at such a level and you're doing it all live and real. And I know that was a big thing too when you brought Ray in because I remember we did that special before you started the tour and you were like, no, I'm bringing a guy in because I want live keys and I want somebody up there helping me out and an actual singer singing the parts. And I just thought that it was great. So I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I'm glad you've documented this thing. There should be a document of it, and it's also going to serve. If you're going to do it again, it's going to serve as a great platform to let people know what they missed and inspire them to go if they didn't go the first time.
Oh yeah, no, I expect that when they announce the next shows, whenever that is, it's going to blow out like crazy because everyone was so happy and we were so happy, and I'm so happy to do it again. It's so funny, you talk about that I can still sing. I tune the guitar down a little bit. A lot of people try to still sing an A440. I give A440 the big F bomb. Okay, if I was trying to sing an A440, I wouldn't sound as good. I wouldn't be able to hit those notes in some of these songs, And just tune down a little bit, and I can sing the songs, and it feels comfortable and it feels good. But I'm telling you, that's how I cheat. If you want to know how I cheat, that's the way I cheat. I don't have some guy behind me.
Tons of people do that, though. Tons of people do that. That's not uncommon at all. There's tons of people do. That's not the cheating to me.
Yeah. But the thing is that's what makes me continue on more than anything. When I say my body's not going to be able to do this too long, how much longer? I don't know how much longer, But the thing that makes me do it is when I walk up to a microphone, I can still sing, and I go, you know what? I have to do this while I can. And it's like if you don't use it, you lose it. Some people say, oh no, I can't. I can only do so many shows now a week or whatever. Like a lot of people do 1 or 2 shows a week, and I'm going, man, I don't see how anyone can do that. It's like running a marathon. If you don't stay in shape, and you can't do it. And singing these kind of songs for like 2 hours up there, hour 45, 2 hours. The more I do it, the better I am, and the better off I am. I mean, I need little breaks, but not like take a year off and not sing. If I took a year off and not sing, I don't think I could come back. It's like it's more like an athlete. Muhammad Ali and some of the great fighters in history. When Muhammad Ali took that 2-year break, he was never the same fighter, and he was still young enough to be in his prime. But you can't take that big long break. I'm sorry, folks. I sing every day around my house. You can hear it in my voice. I was singing yesterday. I was singing the day before that. I go in my little closet in there with my guitar and amp, and I crank it up and scream and yell. And I have to. It feels good to start with, but if I don't, it's a long road back if I lose it.
What do you sing? Do you sing your own stuff, or do you sing other people's stuff?
Oh, I sing all kinds of stuff. You'd crack up, man. The other day, I was singing Hound Dog, Elvis, but I was singing it like a whole different kind of song. I was just playing this crazy blues riff in E, like a kind of a Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of a thing, or and I was screaming, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. I was just making my own melody up, so I wasn't singing it like Elvis. And it was cool, man. It's like a blues song. I'm going, wow, this is a pretty cool little song. Yeah, I just, sing Freebird. I'll sing Whiter Shade of Pale all the time because I love that song. It's one of the greatest songs ever written.
HSAS, man. That's a great version with HSAS. I love that version you did with Neil Sean back in the day.
Yeah, I do that once in a while. I think I might put it in the residency next time, too. I might put one of those songs in the show. We got to change it up a little bit. But there's all them Van Halen tracks. There's so many deep tracks, people call them deep tracks in Van Halen. But you sing a deep track in Van Halen, you hold the microphone out to the audience, and they know every word. It ain't a deep track. You know what I mean? It's like they're all hits, and that's what I love about that catalog. It's just wow. So wonderful to be able to play and sing that stuff today and do it so well. I found a great band to do it, and I'm really proud of what we're doing.